That's not an answer to my question.
You amuse people, yep.
No, I don't. Don't lie.
Hey, chat. Sharky thinks he doesn't amuse people, and he's accusing me of lying now.
I don't amuse people.
Well, then why do we have this stream?
Because we both were dumb and we're like, yeah, this sounds like a dumb idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Hey, look, we still have the broken Gherkin.
Alright, we broke it. Nice borking.
It is still broken. There it is. There it goes.
Yeah. No.
Also, hi everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry for the late start today.
It
The
wasn't
later than
latest
usual
we've
late
started.
start today.
Not to say that, but this isn't even the latest we've started before.
No, it's not. But it is the future year 20XX. You know what? Things are pretty okay.
Are they?
But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my time at the Funplex. I took a risk, and it's paid off in terms of my mental health, if not my physical health. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future. Right?
Love you too, Magic.
In
Blackout.
between the blackout, the stream started.
Blackout.
Get mad. It's gutsy to get mad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's necessarily a gutsy thing.
Don't get mad. Punch Jake out.
Through my rebellious teen phase and ignoring my parents. Ouch.
So, Magic, when's the next Pokemon trading? I mean, what? No, the gutsy move will always be Punch Daco.
I mean, that's the correct answer, you mean? Baby, no! Listen you, your mothers, fathers, and parents. Yep.
Now I'm just trying to remember, wait, how many mothers does Magic have at this point?
Are you the only father?
I'm the only father in Magic's
All of them.
life at all? I am the only father?
Well... Was Magic the one with 2 moms?
I think so.
So, 2 moms plus like 3 moms. 2 fathers.
Okay, okay.
There we go. Okay.
I'd be like, I hope I'm not the only father in somebody's life. That sounds like it would be sad for them. Truth. Truth or dare. Truth.
Alright, heads is honesty. Not heads. I guess odds. Heads and odds would probably be the same, because it's heads
Actually,
or tails.
I might have, like 4 stream dad, biological dad, and 2 science dads.
Oh. So many parents.
Now I'm like, wait, where did the science dads come from? Are they like college science dads, or are they
There's so
like
many
high
parents.
school?
So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that.
Queen bee.
It's awfully quiet near the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. I'm feeling rather alarmed here. This is normally peak time for Queen Bee to be streaming matches. What's she up to now? As I get closer, I see her behind the game, fiddling with one of her webcams, clearly soaked in frustration.
Everything okay, Queen Bee?
Oh, we've never had lunch with her.
We've never had lunch with her.
No, everything's not fucking okay. She grumbles to herself and continues to meddle with the wires. I refer to my professors as science parents, because having like a science family tree, what professor you work for, who they worked for, etc., is an actual thing. Interesting.
That is very interesting. I actually didn't know that. Huh.
I'm like, I guess that makes sense. There are websites where you can look them up.
There are websites for science family trees. Does that mean one day we'll be able to look you up on a science family tree website?
That sounds incredibly creepy.
Can I help with anything?
I don't know, can you figure out why a newly updated device driver suddenly stopped talking to the webcam it supposedly just improved? Dr. Fox, please, just call me Magic.
That was like I got a computer at work one time, and they wrote Mr. and then my last name. I'm like, this just feels wrong on so many levels.
It was flaking out on me before I bit the bullet and upgraded, so maybe it's hardware? A dead wire? It's such cord hell right now. Dr. Fox is my science dad. Yep. But do you have science moms? Is that just your actual parents?
It's just like, what about a non-science dad? Oh, Sharky? I watch him stream. It's like, what?
I mean, there's biological dad.
Yeah. There's
Magic just has a lot of stream moms. Sadly, science moms are few and far between. But it's getting better is good.
Oh, sorry. I'm silicon literate. Sure, I'm silicon literate, sure, but not exactly a techno mage.
Listen, kid. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or the effort to deal with this shit right now. My main webcam isn't working, and I don't think it'll be working for the rest of the day.
Punch it. I mean, I can ask Naomi to take a peek at it later. She's the one who helped you rig this up in the first place, right?
Ugh, can't wait that long. I've got matches to stream. I need it working now.
It's my webcam and I need it now.
I mean, this is also kind of her living, so...
Yeah, it is. Well, how about you take your mind off it for a while, then? I'm about to go on my lunch break. Care to join me?
Queen Bee's whole demeanor relaxes a bit when I mention mealtime. She sighs heavily. Fine. You're probably right, kid. Maybe not staring at wires for a bit will help clear my head. Maybe even help me sort the mess out myself afterwards. Someday, when cons exist again, I shall say, I'm going to meet up with my parents at this con. And my real life parents will be like, are you fucking high right now? What does that even mean?
Oh my gosh.
Your answer should just be like, yeah, I cooked up some drugs in the lab. With my science parents. With my other parents.
Oh my gosh.
You're not my only moms, you know! Great.
gosh, you guys are killing me. Oh my gosh.
I want to go to Whole Story. Give me some sugar. Want to go to Whole Story with me?
The bookstore? Do they have food there?
Do they have food? You are too funny, kid. Of course they have fucking food. Best coffee and donuts in the world. And I'm fucking famished. Let's go already. Before I can even lament about eating my pizza bagels I brought, Queen Bee is dragging me out of the arcade. I sigh reluctantly and give in. It's probably for the best anyway. After what I dealt with this morning, I deserve to give myself a little treat. And I probably won't even admit to myself, but I'm totally getting sick of those pizza bagels. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Queen Bee secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the racist decimal system? I'll take a Frank Herbert. I'm paying. Just got my stipend from L7 Gaming yesterday. I feel like celebrating. I mumble out thanks, trying not to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Blurp. The pair waves the next customer in as I return to Queen Bee's table, with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray. This is all me, isn't it? This whole part has been just me. Queen Bee is stuffing donuts down her gullet. I think she might be angry eating, but I'm not sure. Actually, I think this is the first time I've actually seen her eat anything. Normally, she's way too focused on matches to take a snack break.
So, Queen Bee.
She holds a finger up to silence me.
Dot, dot, dot.
Finishes chewing and swallows. Ugh, it feels so much better now.
Hungry much?
Only hungry.
What's hunger?
I said Hungary, like the country.
No.
You know it. Sometimes I get so focused about everything I forget to eat.
Mood. Eating is important. You should do it more regularly. 9 out of 10 living people say they prefer it to starving to death. Oh, word.
You're the 1 in 10 that does not.
Am I?
I think so.
Can I be the negative one?
Yeah. Hey, what are you eating? Can I have some? She pokes at my choice in arguable nutrition.
Hey, wait a sec. Hey, Patty.
Queen Bee still has a pastry left on her plate, too. All's fair in love and poking food wars. I lean over the table and begin prodding her meal. Hey, don't touch my biscuit. Now it's got all your germs on it. Ew.
Can't take the heat? Don't start the fire.
Point taken. Queen Bee rolls her eyes and sticks out her tongue jokingly. Whatever. You win this round, kid. The next time, that donut will be mine. Besides, you sound like you need that more than me. Sugary treats are a good de-stressor. You haven't been acting like your normal company drone self around the arcade floor today. Guessing the stress is mounting.
What, and you're not stressed at all, huh?
Well... Yeah, okay, I'll admit it. Things have been stressful with streaming lately.
Oh? How so?
Like how we're going to be streaming for 24 hours over the weekend. It's been really stressful.
Legitimately, I had a nightmare about it the other night. Like, oh my gosh, I woke up and I'm like, did that seriously just happen? And yeah, I just had a nightmare about streaming for Extra Life. That's what my life's coming to.
But why did you have a nightmare about it?
I don't know!
What was the nightmare anyway? I think you might have told me, but then I forgot.
I don't fully remember. What
Maybe
it
if I
was.
scroll far enough back in my chat history.
No,
Forget to put your pants on for this stream where we don't have cameras.
Yeah, we don't have cameras. I don't need to worry about that. Also, yes, I'm wearing pants.
I'm not wearing pants because I'm wearing a dress.
I mean, that's fair.
He was shrunk down to play a real life Katamari. Oh, jeez. Yes,
No, I mean, I am kind of stressed out because I have bad luck with Amazon and pre-ordering games. So I'm like, what happens if a game doesn't arrive on Friday like it's supposed to?
Then you find another 12 hours of content. Since you've put all of your eggs in this Kingdom Hearts basket.
Well, what I could do is probably put
Sharky Sings is already on the schedule. Don't worry, Magic.
Oh, right. We didn't put the schedule on, like, Twitter or anything.
I posted the link to the Extra Life thing.
See, I'm doing it
or
on
you
both
switch
days.
what day you want to do the thing. So Sharky could sing more.
No, Magic.
Yes.
No.
You know, Magic, you're exactly right. We've got to find another slot for Twitch Sings. We gotta put more Sharky Sings.
No.
Yes. In fact, it'll be just Sharky Sings.
No.
Yeah, that's what Magic's asking for. Magic says Sharky Sings.
No.
Yes.
Sharky be sad.
And sings sad songs. Please, Papa.
Look, if the game doesn't rise, I'll just be in the corner crying the entire 24 hours. Don't worry.
Sharky sings a silly songs with Larry medley. See, just Sharky sings. The fans are asking for it.
The fans don't know what they're asking for.
Yes, they do. They're asking for Sharky Sings. You're gonna live stream your mental breakdown? Word. I think that's every stream, in fact.
Oh my gosh. Kind of. No, I'd probably... Let's be real. I'm going to be owning it on both consoles anyway. Might just run out and see if I can grab a copy of one of them.
Buy a digital copy.
I was half thinking of buying the PS4 digital copy, but I'm like, but I want the case so it can fit in the collection of the other Kingdom Hearts games.
Buy both.
Okay, I don't have the money to spend $120 more on this. Plus taxes. I already got the soundtrack and the game coming, or one version of the game coming.
How much money have I spent on this stream?
It's the taxes that get you. It's the taxes that gets me.
The Death and Taxes? You want to play Death and Taxes?
I don't think I'd be very good at it.
You just kill everybody.
What if I save everybody every time?
I mean, you could do that too.
It's a pacifist run.
you could try.
That's actually one thing that'd be interesting to play at some point is Undertale. So actually, I've only played 10 minutes of it.
Well, then if it doesn't arrive, you'll do Undertale. And we'll just have to completely reconsider all of your donation incentives. Interesting experience with Amazon recently. Oh?
Oh? Pray tell?
And I will actually read my line. Because with esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. It's not like you, where if you miss a stray gum wrapper at the plexiglass isn't polished to a shine, Gavin will let it slide.
Clearly, you have a one for Gavin.
Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor person. My point is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle. Have we had lunch with her before? This is familiar. And it's skippable, which means we've seen it before.
I guess so. I ordered something but got sent the wrong thing, so they processed a refund for it. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of common with Amazon. Where
Amazon does that often, where they either do that or they send you a new one without having you return the old one, so then you just have the wrong thing and the right thing.
So actually, we were surprised. So we ordered 2 bookshelves off of Amazon. We ordered 2 of the exact same bookshelves. They messed up the order. So we got one of the bookshelves we ordered, and then we got a completely different bookshelf that was meant for a completely different person. So we're like, hey, you sent us the wrong thing. Can we get a refund or the original one sent out? They're like, oh, we need it back. We're like, how do you expect us to get it back? It took 2 people to get it up here. And they're like, we'll drop it off at at a FedEx place. We're like, we can't. It took 2 people to get it up here. We don't have that type of room for a car, in a car for it. Can you send somebody to pick it up? And it took a week for somebody to come over to pick it up. Because they're like, no, we need it back. We're like, okay, whatever. Just come pick it up and we'll gladly give it to you. Maybe we did this first run at Max?
I don't think it was the first Max run, but I think we must have talked to her for lunch during Max at some point. Because I know that's happened before with, I think, Percy, where we...
Well, no, we didn't. No, I think our original one, we did Percy at Max.
Yeah. That's literally what I was saying, is I think we had this happen before where we talked to Percy at Max, and then when we did his run, we were with him here and got the same skippable dialogue because we had done it. Well, if you talked to her at Max at some point, you'd have gotten this then. If you hadn't taken her to lunch yet. Yeah. Like the Max lunch break thing.
Yeah, I was just trying to look a gift for my brother. Now I own a plush possum toy. Why not? Why not own a plush possum toy?
Just also give a plush possum toy in addition to whatever.
That'd be hilarious. Here's your gift. Why is there a possum on top of it? Don't ask any questions. Just accept it.
Or, well, why not? I mean, my cat likes it, so can't complain. See? It's actually a gift for your cat now. Your cat hacked the system so that you would get a plush possum toy for your cat. That's what actually happened.
That's an intelligent cat.
Mm-hmm. It's Kitty's possum now. There was actually one time, I was about to say recently, but I think it was actually like a couple months ago now. What is time anymore? But my roommate got a package from Amazon, but it was just empty. There was nothing inside. Yeah. And then she had to reach out to them like, So I got a package, but it was empty. There was nothing in it. Jeff Bezos, ultimate troll.
That's pretty impressive. Like, you would imagine someone in the process would have been something feels off about this.
I mean, when so much of the process is probably automated at this point.
I mean,
computers with bugs.
It's complicated.
I think that depends on what was ordered.
You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage. You weren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there. There is no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another.
I thought you said punched for it, and I'm like, whoa, L7 a little aggressive there.
It's not by the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears, and by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance.
Ooh, extra life, where chat's going to be seeking blood and salty tears. Especially the Sharky tears.
Well, What's got 2 boxes, one with the thing I ordered and one with an ink cartridge for a printer I don't own, a CD of an orchestral performance, and a case of flushable wet wipes. Huh. Someone just addressed a completely different order to you, maybe?
That is
mislabeled misplaced the address sticker.
That is hilarious.
That's
also so weird.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's my best guess, is that someone else made an order like this, but they put the wrong packing label on it.
Yeah. What? You chucked the CD of an orchestral performance. Fair.
Because heck, Jeff Bezos. Anyway, so casual reminder that Twitch is owned by Amazon too. Because they just own a lot.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're working on a system to not screw over Twitch streamers with that whole DMCA issue.
Well, not chocolate donated. Yeah, well. The funny thing was, because I was watching Mike Shinoda a while back, where he was talking about the DMCA stuff, because he's Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. He owns his own music. But because it's automated, he cannot use his own music on his stream, or else it gets muted.
Yep. Yeah, now there's a way to, like, fight it.
Working on it. Sure, I'll believe when I see it.
Apparently they're working on ways to actually, like, fight the DMCA and, like, be like, no, like, here's what's going on, and do a lot of other stuff that they said today. Who knows when it's actually going to come out? Like, it could come out.
I feel like that's also I'll believe it when I see it thing. I mean, a system for fighting it doesn't actually necessarily protect streamers. It just passes.
I mean, look at YouTube. They have a quote system to fight it, but, like, it doesn't actually
It passes
work.
the buck directly to the streamer.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Come down to my wine cellar. It's down here.
Okay, there. Magic, when did you become Poe?
Or Jeff Bezos has more money than God and could probably stand to bribe Dar. I hate to make the DMCA stop being a thing.
Then he'll have to fight the Mickey Mouse.
Jeff Bezos has more money than God, but I think all of the rich people involved in this combined may be richer than Jeff Bezos.
I don't know if he wants to go up against the mouse. That mouse wields a keyblade. That's a dangerous little thing.
Somebody did the math. Okay. Well,
Wow.
then that's a whole other thing. Things go badly enough, my viewer count goes down. I could lose my sponsorship then. Everything. Damn. Damn indeed. You see what I mean?
Sobs in working
class.
class.
Yeah. Someone tried. I saw a post a while back of like someone basically being like, "What the fuck? Like we should do these things to redistribute wealth or whatever." And someone actually commented like, "Actually, people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and stuff, it's mostly tied up in like stocks of their company and such.
Yep.
And it's tied to performance, so they actually have little to no liquid wealth available to them." And I was just like, Jeff Bezos bought like the most expensive house in LA's like history, just because. And then just threw down another like 10 million to buy the neighboring property that shared a fence.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Gosh.
So, what was that about little to no liquid wealth? I was like ready to respond on that post, to fight, but then I was like, yeah, I don't want to get into fights on Facebook posts. But like that's a legitimately like actual thing that he did. Was he just tossed like $100 million at this house in LA and then was like, you know what? I'm also gonna buy this little property next to it that shares a fence line. Here's another 10 million or something. Just buys things with IOUs. He just buys things with cash.
That is disgusting.
It's plainly false to say, oh, he has little to no liquid wealth. Because if even 1% of his wealth is liquid, that's like $1 billion of just cash, straight out.
Yes. I mean, even if it's 0.1%.
It's still like 100 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
But every house on the block except, oh my god.
That is disgusting.
Damn indeed, you see what I mean?
That is legitimately disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
When are they gonna start being taxed?
They can pay the tax or they can pay the guillotine.
I remember saying to somebody, I'm like, no, nobody like legitimately needs millions of dollars.
His last name
in
is
their bank
Green,
account.
so they refer to their block as the Republic of Greenland.
Wow. I'm like, no, nobody needs that much money. Like, you don't need that much money.
Billionaires are immoral. Also, like, you don't become a billionaire unless you do immoral shit along the way.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I mean, technically, you wouldn't become a millionaire unless you piggyback off of some of it.
Millionaire, I can more see at this point. It obviously depends, but like,
yeah,
depending on what your job is, like, millionaire, you might be able to do with just like labor and intense saving. Again, depending on your job.
Yeah.
Not every job can just become a millionaire by savings, but you know, technically.
Unlike what America says.
The American dream.
Everyone is a disenfranchised millionaire.
Everyone's just a temporarily embarrassed millionaire.
Guys, a daycare teacher?
Yeah. Like, depending on your job, we can sort of debate whether this is the correct amount for them to be paid. But like, my friend's dad is like a cardiologist surgeon type thing, and after being like head physician and stuff for a long time and all of this other stuff, I think at this point he makes like $500,000 a year or something, and that's legitimately like a labor thing. It's not like a thing of where you're a business owner abusing your workers. So we could argue whether 500,000 is really the right amount for that person to be making. Probably a bit much, but you know, that's still like, okay. I mean, they're doing an actual thing. They're not just sitting on their ass and, oh, money rolls in because they're abusing their workers. But billionaire, even if you make 500,000 a year, like, billionaire is not attainable in your lifetime.
Scott Fitzgerald had it right. American dream is unattainable. Also jazz.
Yeah, so like millionaire, depending on inflation and like what your role is and such, you could maybe argue. Billionaire is just straight up, you're an immoral business owner taking advantage of other people. Really. Or even if you're not an owner, like you're an exec taking advantage of other people. It's that kind of thing.
Hey, let's just raise our wage like 100%. How about that? Oh yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Queen Bee is really letting the stress get to her. I should find a way to pump up her spirits.
Okay, so it's brutal. Sounds like life has been brutal in general lately. But there is one thing you told me long ago that I'm going to put back to you.
Long ago, from the person who started 2 weeks ago.
When the world
shits
on you,
you take a shit on the world. That's my favorite catchphrase. Well done, kid. You're right. I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. 4 nations lived in harmony.
And what attacked magic? That's what I like to hear.
The Bezos nation attacked. Anxiety attacked. And then the shit nation attacked. All good answers.
Oh god.
All good answers.
Anxiety. Too real.
Back.
My neck. My back.
My daily panic attack.
Oh my gosh. Daily panic attacks. Huh, does sound like college. But really, Queen Bee. That all makes sense. But you have to take time for yourself and relax.
Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and their subs drop off the face of the earth. But I also know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. If I'm gonna relax, you should follow that same advice, kid.
Huh?
I saw your little interaction with your roomie this morning. Don't worry, I wasn't eavesdropping. I merely noted that you didn't look right after that. So you remember to take time and relax. Reflect. Get your shit together.
Reflect. Am I a white mage?
While I'm on the topic of you, I'm thinking you should also find a hobby.
Wait, I have a hobby?
You should find one.
What hobby would I find?
I don't know, that's why you have to find it.
Do I have to do some soul searching?
This is your hobby.
A daily panic attack is my hobby? Sounds about right.
I think you already have that hobby. She's telling you to find a new hobby.
What? Why?
I see you working that floor every day. You just go through the motions and you look so bored all the time. I think if you had something else going on, you'd be much happier. Bottom, I am your hobby.
Oh my gosh. Thanks.
Hey, I'm not trying to be harsh. Trust me, I used to be like you long ago. But I've found my fucking passion, and now look at me. Teacher, everyone say a fun fact or hobby you have. He immediately forgets every detail about my life.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Every time that happened, I'm like, there's nothing fun and I don't do anything. How do I answer this? Like, seriously, how do I answer this? Because what fun fact or hobby do I have?
Just hold up a giant keyblade.
Where am I gonna summon a keyblade? How am I gonna summon a keyblade?
Just carry one. Everywhere. Carry one of your Soras around.
Oh, right, I need to open Toy Story Sora still. He's still in that box. Suffering in sadness. Anyway.
Rising star of L7. I know you got something worth fighting for inside you. Who too? Use it. Well, this has gotten a little awkward and a little too right on point for me to feel comfortable.
Beep beep. Beep beep. Lunchtime is over.
Oh gee, thanks Iris. And Iris with the best distraction.
Time to go back to the arcade. I'll see you back there, Queen Bee.
She waves me off. I still have this last donut to finish. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. Honestly, best teacher I ever had in high school just started the first day by saying, we're going to attendance once so I can learn your names. Don't say like a fun fact or anything, because I really don't care and will forget. Great.
Mood. Sounds like the best time. I hate the icebreakers are the worst.
She stuffs her face once more, and I gather my stuff and head back to the Funplex.
I once had a teacher try to do 2 truths and a lie with everybody. That was rough. So I'm like, what 2 truths are there about me? What is my truth?
I don't know. What is your truth?
I don't know. That's a philosophical question I don't have the answer for.
Well, you better do that soul searching we were just talking about.
I have some good weird truths. Oh?
I feel like I have... Oh! Still have 2 of your baby teeth. Wow.
That's interesting.
That's... Wow.
Alright, 2 truths and a lie in chat. Oh, that's interesting.
There were never adult teeth under them, so I got to keep them. Interesting. And yeah, I have probably some good truths for 2 truths and a lie, but I also, I will blank on them immediately. Or I have that bad habit of, once something happens to me, it happened to me, so it's not that special, it's not that cool. So I just don't really bother thinking to say it.
See, I'm just I don't do anything with my life. I don't do anything with my life. So it's whoa, did you go on vacation? I think the first time I went on vacation was 3 years ago at this point. 2 years ago?
If you're thinking of when you came to visit here with your older roommate, 3, I think?
No, I think it was 2018.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was right after I moved out, which was 2018.
Oh, okay.
So
2 years and change.
Wait, I've played a version of the game called 2 Truths and Your Mom, where one of the things you said was something true about your mom. What if I don't know anything about my mother?
Some wild shit in their lives.
What if I literally don't know anything about my mother?
Well, why not?
I was gonna say, have you met my mother? But I know
I legitimately haven't, because you would never let me.
Because you would rip her in half. Mentally.
And what's
and
the problem with that? I don't see anything wrong here. Do you have a problem with that? Why are you opposed to that? Please.
Because then the repercussions would come back to me?
So anyway, about cutting them out of your life.
That requires, like, getting on my infant. Oh, yeah. Like, oh, yeah. The psychic damage would be enormous.
I feel like there are several people you're just like, they're never allowed to meet you. You're upset that you had to actually finally introduce Two Truths and my mom. Adopted. My car is pumpkin spice orange. I married a guy named Darius when I was in college and divorced him shortly after.
I know the adopted one's true because I remember Pi mentioned that before.
If I had to take a guess, it's going to be the car.
I could see that.
Alright, so we have...
Wow!
It is the pumpkin spice mobile.
Interesting.
But I guess it's Darius.
Yeah.
I'm like... I know things about my mom, but I'm trying to think of what I could say that would believably apply to me too. They took their yearbook photo together. Huh.
Oh, wow. See, that's also the thing. My mother hasn't done anything with her life from what I've heard.
Is what you heard from who?
My mother.
Well, there's problem number one.
What, me listening to my mother? I mean, that's true. I shouldn't even talk to my mother.
Like, I know a couple interesting things about my mom. It's just that I don't know how much of it I could say that, like, yeah, people would believe that was true of me. I've trained with an Olympic fencing coach. I have broken both thumbs a total of 7 times and was an improv team that placed second in global competition twice. On a scale from 1 to poop-nado, how poopy is your mom, Sharky?
I'm not going to answer that. I want Satan to answer that. Part of me's thinking...
An absolute shitstorm.
Part of me's thinking the Olympic fencing coach is your mom.
Yeah, I know Magic has mentioned the improv team before.
Yes,
so.
I remember the improv team being mentioned, so it's a 50-50 shot.
Just like Pies was a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. We got it wrong. Thumbs. Wow. That's cool. The fencing coach thing.
Nice.
Not the broken thumbs. See, the only thing that I can think of to be like...
When she was in her 2nd trimester.
Wow.
Well, Sharky, you got your 2 truths and a mom?
I'm so shocked. Look, I have this standard truth that, like, I always use, and you know it.
What on earth is a pregnant lady doing that broke her thumb?
That's a good question.
Downhill skiing while pregnant, apparently.
That sounds like a terrible idea on so many levels.
Yeah, that seems unwise.
See, the only thing that I can think of is is easy because I've talked about stuff around it before.
My friends used to question my lack of self-preservation, and then they met my mom and were like, I see.
Do you have one? Do you have one to go?
Again, I'm trying to think of something true about my mom that would believably apply to me.
And you can't think of anything?
Okay, I can think of something, but I need a sec to think of my own truths now.
Yeah, no,
Love when that happens. You wonder about a person, then meet their parents, and you're like, yeah, okay, that tracks. I feel like I'd be the opposite. People would meet my parents and be like, and you birthed Satan? You raised Satan? Really? My mom does not always approve of me and my decisions.
Gosh dang, what truth is there about my mother?
Oh, for sure, somebody meets my dad and they're like, how?
See, I find it funny because I don't know if I am, what side of that I'm on with my family.
I'm also trying to think of what two truths can I use here that are not revealing too much, or that I have not already spoken on stream about before.
Yeah, that's also somewhat of a problem.
There's a picture we've recreated together of him pretending I'm strangling him when I was 4 or 5.
Wow.
You know, considering that I think you've described your dad as a dingus, I'm kind of like, was it on purpose?
When I was 20.
I like to play the game of introduce my moms to my friends and be like, which one birthed me? Because they are very similar in both personality and looks. Interesting.
Oh, that is fun. That would be a fun game to play on people. Gosh dang it. See, the only truth I can think about is not a good truth.
Which is?
Because anybody, for my mom, because anybody would be like, no, that's your mom.
Dang it, why weren't my parents straight? I'd love to play that game. It sounds like a fun game.
Gosh dang.
Also, read your line while you think.
Whoa. What if I want to come along and see this auction myself? Come on, I'm never going to learn the business if I don't take a bigger role.
10 out of 10 recommend. One of my friends started getting really meta with it. It was hilarious. That sounds great.
See, that would be a fun time. Like I said, that would be a fun.
You know what would be a fun game for you, Sharky?
What?
Introducing some of your friends to some of your other friends and going, which one's Satan? Which one is the one you call Satan?
See, that would be funny if I put pastor friend in the, like, have it like in front of like 4 or 5 of you, and be like, pick Satan out of the bunch. Because it would be interesting to say out of the group of people I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey Satan! Yeah, but remember, it would be a pastor friend. Why would they say hey Satan?
See which one he throws holy water at.
See, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be allowed to wear your Hail Satan and drink coffee shirt.
I would not. Or maybe I could. I mean, why would Satan wear Hail Satan? Maybe I'd wear Satan's mistress. Why would Satan have a Satan's mistress shirt? It's because I'm Ace. Starts tossing salt at friends.
Gosh dang it. What has my mother done with her life? I literally can only think of 2 or 3 things, and it's like, yeah, that doesn't really work. Okay, I know this is gonna be a simple one, but I'm gonna do it anyway, okay? Fell in a bucket of spackle before. Briefly lived in a trailer, and purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously, that's going to be easy for you.
That's why I'm not answering.
Yeah.
I have the advantage of having known you for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
Read your line.
You're a floor attendant. Your place is on the floor.
Aww.
Well, that's patently unfair. I'm a floor attendant too, and you're dragging me along. Magic says the bucket. What does Pie think? I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Bottom be the third wheel.
We have 1 vote for bucket and 1 vote for jujitsu.
Interesting. Because my mother was the trailer. Yeah, I fell in a bucket of spackle when I was 2 years old and actually had to go get stitches.
When you were 2?
Yeah, I was
You left out the most interesting detail!
Yeah, I was 2.
See, your mother was a trailer?
Lived in a trailer. I mean, I'm not gonna... That's very confusing. I mean, she kind of has the intelligence of a trailer. I mean, what?
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, falling in a bucket actually checks out for Sharky. I mean,
Look.
look, Sharky is a shark. Is attracted to trying to get back in the water.
It was
A
spackle.
bucket seems like it should have water, right?
It was spackle.
It's a bucket. Baby Sharky thought that the bucket had water. Craves that bucket.
And no, jujitsu. I actually did jujitsu for 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, I didn't answer because I was like, well, I already know one of them for sure, and the other one, I know you well enough. So I was like, and I'm pretty sure you've told me like where you've lived, so.
I mean, technically, you've seen where I was at my parents' house. You've technically been there. Outside, but yeah. No, I did jujitsu for a while. I actually got dragged into it because of pastor friend. He was like, hey, I'm doing this. You should join because like you don't do anything. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I ended up doing it longer than he did. Because that's how things work, apparently.
Good job.
Same with drama. He's like, hey, let's do drama. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Then he quit halfway through. Good reason, because the teacher actually hated him. And like actually kind of bullied him. But then it was like he quit, and then I'm like, I kind of can't quit because I'm in a big role. I kind of can't quit. What is happening? Why? No. Why am I stuck here?
So you don't do anything rude.
I don't. No, look. It's actually a thing with me where it's like, you did this. The only reason I did this was because this person dragged me. Why'd you do this? This person dragged me.
Yeah, I mean, you do the stream because I dragged you. Now you just do it because you enjoy it, but you know, you started because I dragged you into it.
Jiu-jitsu, drama, band, dragged into all of it. I wanted
to do some type of martial arts.
See, I enjoyed jiu-jitsu for a while. Then I was like, this is super flippin' boring. Because like, it just got to the point where I'm like, I'm kind of just bored doing this. And then I like just stopped going. And then college started, and I wasn't doing it when I was in college because I was already stressed enough. Actually, man, that would have been a good one. I never took a gym class before in high school.
I'm still trying to think of the last interesting truth that's not too revealing about myself.
It was funny because I didn't take a gym class because I was like, I'm going to do computer classes instead because I'm a flipping nerd. With band because I got dragged into it because of my ex and because of pastor friend. So it got to my final year of high school and they were like, you need to take a gym class. And I'm like, do I though? And they're like, well, we did just open this thing where if you do like sports and stuff, you can write that off as your gym class. I'm like, I do jiu-jitsu. Can I write that off? They're like, if you do enough of it during the school year, and I'm like, I do it twice a week. What are you talking about? So I went up to the instructor. I'm like, I'm going to write this off as my gym class. You just have to sign off on this. And he's like, I'm not doing it until you do 20 classes. And I'm like, gosh dang it. So it was like near the end of the year, I'm like, hey, I need to have you sign this. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so so everyone's like, man, I hated gym in high school. I'm like, what?
Well, I didn't really have that option.
Yeah.
We had, freshman and sophomore year, you had to do like general PE class. And then junior and senior year, you were allowed to do like an elective PE class out of like various options. But you had to still take a class. So I had the benefit of getting to choose my elective, but that was kind of it.
Yeah, we were forced to do it in 7th and 8th grade. And then in high school, it was, we could, we had to, we only had one elective, and for 7th and 8th grade we had language. Once we didn't have to take the language, or 9th and 10th we had a language. Once we didn't have to have a language, that became an elective. Wait, rock climbing and archery, what?
Wow.
Man, private Christian schools are boring.
I'm trying to remember all the electives that we had when I
Like,
finally got to being allowed to pick PE electives.
I think we only had like 2 PE electives we could have chosen. And both of them are like, this is boring, why?
The worst was, I remember I used to have to take PE classes where like you would have to do, well, worst but also kind of best for me because I was a fucking nerd, was that you'd have to have like a unit on all of these different sports. So it would be like, oh, here's the basketball unit, here's the softball unit or something, here's the volleyball unit, here's the tennis unit. But then in addition to like playing for that section of the year, we also had to do like a written test. See, I also went to public school. It, I think, varies on your school.
Yeah.
Oh. From one of the poorest to the richest districts. Interesting.
Yeah, I know, I mentioned this to you before, my elementary school, because I went to private school my entire life, just different Christian schools. My elementary school, I was part of the biggest class, which was 20 kids. I think in total, like, the school might have at one point hit like 100. I know after I left that school, they had to downsize in such a way that like first and like every grade or every classroom was actually 2 grades because they didn't have enough kids to like actually have their own, to like warrant having their own room and teacher. It was bad. And then I moved to my middle and high school, which was like 80 kids per grade, which was interesting because like that's a lot of people for somebody who was like 20 kids. I can do 20 kids. Why is there 80? Why is there so many of us? Get them away from me. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm still sitting here trying to think of my last truth.
You have so many interesting things happen to you.
But I'm trying to think of things that like there are things that are interesting from my life that are too specific and I don't want to say them, or like they would sort of date me in a particular way that it's like, well, that's obviously not my mom.
Mm-hmm. See, I think my graduating class was like 77 or 78 because a few kids got kicked out due to either alcohol, drugs, or one of them I think was almost having sex in the bathroom.
Yeah, my class was, I think, about 600 something per year, and then by the time I graduated it would drop to like 500 something. Kid walked on stage to give the graduation speech. I was like, who the fuck are you? Do you go to this school? Yeah, no, I look through my old high school yearbooks and I'm just like, all right, if I'm lucky, I know one person per line.
Like my grad class in the school I went to in middle school was like maybe 1,000.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I also, a nerd, had all of my classes with mostly the same people because it was all these honors classes, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I mean, even my class of 80, there were still people I'm like, who are you?
Well, that's you.
No, like legitimately, because I never saw them. Different homerooms and all the different classes, like I never actually saw them.
That's also you.
So I'm like, who are you?
If you passed by random people in the hallway, I don't expect that you would necessarily remember them.
Look, the weirdest thing was I remember my first year after transferring to that school, people would just come up to me like and start talking to me, and they were like seniors in high school, and I was like this little 7th grader, and I'm like, are you talking to me? How do you know my name? Go away. Like, what is going on here?
Honestly, as long as no one from high school would recognize me now, that's the ideal. Okay, I was going to hit like 10 years since graduating high school sort of recently, and I was just like, wow, if I had like a 10-year school reunion and I walked into that room, how many of them would, one, recognize me, and two, how many of them would recognize me like personality and everything wise? I don't think anyone would. Like face wise, very possibly, but in terms of how I carry myself and like that kind of thing, no one would, I feel like.
See, the thing is, I live with somebody who I know from high school, so, whoops.
Like, my fashion's different now, because,
I'm so close to my high school friends. I was in 3 of their weddings. I made gifts for one of their baby showers this summer, but none of them were in my grad class.
Yeah, I'm not friends with any of my old high school friends anymore. There was drama, and then I don't talk to them anymore, and that's fine, because I feel like sometimes when I think about my old high school experiences, I'm like, wow, I had really toxic friends sometimes.
Same.
Above me. Nice.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I mean,
it sucks when you're in like senior year and all of your friends have graduated and are gone, but like it's also kind of cool.
See, I remember I went to Pastor Friend's place the one time. He had a bunch of people over many, many years ago. And one of the people was part of my graduating class. They're like, we thought you died. Nobody had heard from you for years. Like, we thought you died. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I had the kinds of friends that I think were kind of toxic in this way of like, they were very much, and I guess that's sort of understandable, in high school as girls. You know, they wanted to fit in, they wanted to follow like the norm or whatever. I did not give a shit. I still don't give a shit. Thought you died. Dude, not my fault. Y'all didn't keep in touch. Sheesh. But like, I had like a little internal rule of like, I want to wear one piece of clothing that's black every day. Like at least one thing black, which is easy because I had a lot of black pants. But they held a surprise birthday party for me in which the theme was you wear too much black, so everyone got you colorful clothing.
Wow. And
I was just like, gee, thanks. I look forward to wearing all of these pieces with black.
I did disappear last night. See, the thing is, they thought not to steal from what you said, they thought I died because I didn't post on Facebook.
Yeah, that's, if that's the criteria, they probably would think that I die every few months.
Because, like, I have a rule that I haven't been following lately where I only make one post a year at most.
Saying, hey, I'm alive.
I think one of my, what was...
One of them was I'm a fish?
I think that was actually my last one was I'm a fish.
That's the criteria. I've been dead since 2010. Yeah, once in a while, I maybe post, like, one thing, or I might change my profile pic.
I think the last time I changed my profile pic, you made it.
Yep. That was years ago. But like most recently I did post just to remind people to vote because I know a lot of people in a particular swing state. And I was like, you know, I really don't want a repeat of 2016 where I saw a lot of people in that swing state saying like, oh, I don't care about voting or something. Oh, I didn't bother voting. So I just was like, okay. I don't know that any Facebook post I'm gonna make is changing anyone's mind, but it's the morning of election day, and you know, sure, this is this what a Hail Mary is? You don't know, you're not Catholic.
Oh, I thought about the football move where you throw the football in the air and just hope somebody catches it.
Sure, yes, let's go with that definition because that's closer anyway. Where I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna put a post like, if any of my friends have not already voted and like aren't planning to for some reason, please, I am begging you, just vote. That was my most recent post. And then aside from that, when was the last time I had posted? It was quite a while before that. I mean, I changed my profile pics to say vote too. Before that, was when I was yelling at everyone around my birthday, hey, thanks for all the birthday wishes. By the way, Black Lives Matter. Because it was during the summer. And before that, was the previous September as another Friday the 13th thing, because I had updated my profile pic. Yeah.
I think the profile pic before that, the one that you made was I put on in 2010. I think the only reason I had changed it was because my ex-girlfriend was in it. People were like, you should probably change it. I'm like,
yep.
Yes.
Well, we were already talking at that point. We were already saying Sharky the goldfish, so yeah. I made a shark-colored goldfish for you.
Yeah, I was such a young Sharky the goldfish.
Such a wee babe.
7th grade.
Wow.
When I was a young fish.
My father took me into the aquarium
to see
a marching bass.
I don't know what I was expecting.
To see.
To see.
No, at that point he was already calling me Satan. He's not fully corrupted.
Look, I wasn't drinking nearly as much.
Wait, when was that made, though? I'm trying to because I think I already lived here by then, which means that was after we did all that drinking. Yeah, 2017. I had already moved. I had moved like months beforehand.
Wait, was it 2017?
That I made the fish?
2016.
Yeah. Because I remember it was, I was sitting in the living room, like, showing my roommate.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I love it. I looked at my last one where I'm like, I'm a fish. Somebody just put, he's alive!
I feel like the funny thing is that, doing what to your room? Showing my roommate the picture of goldfish shark? What?
Goldfish shark.
Goldfish shark, do. Goldfish shark. Shitting my roommate. No.
Showing.
That's not what I was doing.
Showing,
yes.
Yes. The one before that for 2016. To all of you who believe I disappeared off the face of the earth. Hint. I did not. I just do not post anything. This is my once a year post.
Yeah. I kind of lurk on Facebook, and then I think a lot of people that I don't talk to as much assume that I'm not actually on Facebook much, when in reality I use Messenger all the time. I just don't post. I used to post a lot more when I was a whiny teenager, and then I became a lot more private. To all of you who believe I am dead, good, keep those rumors up. I want to be featured on BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I heard the guys who do Unsolved, like, split off to their own company.
Oh,
Are they still... Yeah, I don't know if they still contract with BuzzFeed to, like, do that series, but I believe I saw, like, a video come up where they had split off to their own independent company. Along with some other random BuzzFeed person.
I only heard about it, like, I think last year.
Heard about what?
For the first...
Unsolved?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... It's pretty good. Yeah, they're doing a last season of Unsolved, but some of the stuff they make is pretty great.
Interesting.
One of them teaches history as a puppet. Anyway, we're an hour and a half in and we have not even gotten to the action yet.
Sounds about right. So, he only invites a select handpicked group to his auctions. How did you end up in that select handpicked group?
That would be my doing, dearie. He likes to visit the local arcades whenever he's in town. And as I like to get to know everybody who walks in our doors, I approached him. I suppose we achieved a certain rapport, considering we've had 3 invitations so far. Got some rather lovely games, too, including Moopy.
We need to temper our expectations a little. I skip.
Forgot we had neon purple hair. Yep, and neon yellow hoodie.
Yeah. Kind of a dump, ain't it?
Wow, you're an asshole. I get an eye full of crumbling fixtures, peeling wallpaper, and strewn dusty rubble.
Love what you've done with the place.
Indeed, it is a fine arrangement of atrophy and opulence. Oh, and how I love the ambience of decaying palaces. Alas, I have not a moment to enjoy your fine company, bottom top bottom. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time.
What did we do? Me too.
Trying to keep a straight face and straight voice to read.
What's a straight voice sound like?
Enjoy your fine company, bottom top bottom.
What's a straight voice sound like?
You're right, Hams is definitely not straight. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings.
Naomi or Gavin? Naomi or Gavin?
Naomi or Gavin, indeed.
Naomi or Gavin? Gosh
well,
dang.
I want to see the kittens later, so we're gonna do Gavin now.
But it doesn't matter which one we do first, because we can do the kittens no matter what. Gosh dang.
No, we don't see the kittens if we're with Gavin for the auction part.
No, but it doesn't matter for the first one that we choose. We can see the kittens no matter what.
Yeah, but I want to keep it balanced.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Permission to skip freely, sir.
Gavin gets us more story. Yeah? Hang on, what am I thinking? This isn't freaking Mission Impossible trademark. It's a bunch of arcade nerds with deep pockets.
Hey, Hamza. That guy over there. He works with Dago's Palace.
The group goes silent immediately. I do not invite the greedy minions of Daco to my gatherings, bottom.
My blood.
It would be an insult to the very nature of games to allow their industrially stamped brand of pseudo-fun to pilfer my holdings.
Bottom, top, bottom. Gosh. Yeah, well, that dude in the sunglasses is pretty keen on pilfering. Sorry to break it to you, but he works for Daco now. Gavin's got proof.
Deco Nami.
Wait, we have muscle?
Oh wait, we're quirky. Right? We're supposed to be quirky too?
I am a distant prince in a skippable land. Doop, 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 doop. Moving.
Okay, I got kitty sound effects.
Oh, I didn't understand because like I can't hear him, so I'm like, why did we stop on this random line? Priority number 5. Let's focus on getting them to safety before the games start moving out.
Baby kitty Muse!
We can sort out adoption or shelters afterwards. Whatever's best for the cats. For now, we need to get them out of here.
I guess you're right. But how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do?
Naomi. Steal.
Wow, we're Tanya. I know Joe's not here right now, but wow, we're Tanya.
We are Tanya.
This will take cunning, agility, and an iron resolve. Carefully, very carefully, I work the blanket free from Francine's hands. Blankie theft! She's out like a light, but better safe than sorry, and take it slow. Soon I have the knitted blanket free from her grasp and didn't even have to interrupt her beauty rest to do it. Score 1 for bottom. Bottom of the morality barrel. I should probably feel bad about this, but kitties. Kitties are at stake here.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Food
Tell
check,
us the
water
lesson
check,
that we
blanket
should
check.
learn. I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Wait. You just took it?
Naomi, seriously, do you really think Francine would object to you rescuing cats with it?
Well, no, but... Oh, I don't know. I guess we'll work with what we have for Kitty's sake. I'll apologize to her later. On your behalf. More Kitty Muse.
Silence. Play the game? Play the game or play the game? Play the game.
Let's see. Do we play the game, or play the game?
I guess we play the game.
Alright. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. I think you should play the game.
Well, it depends. Which game are we playing?
The game.
Everybody plays the game now.
I'm like, wait, is Magic too young to get the you just lost the game?
Oh my gosh, does Magic know about the game?
Also, sorry, everybody just lost the game.
Oh
no, Magic's too baby to get it! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Do we tell Magic about the game? But it's kind of like a curse.
It is. See, the thing was, everybody was winning the game until you mentioned the game.
I know.
You just destroyed our winning streak.
So what way of playing the game are we doing?
Have we ever done the terrible options?
So I don't even know the
Yes.
game, but I've already lost. Well,
Yes.
you weren't playing. Oh no! You think about the game, you lose the game. Yep.
Oh, I didn't actually know about the last part of it. I never heard that.
I feel like I vaguely remember that part. I just know that it would come up, and then... Yeah, and then we'd try to move on. Happens if I don't forget. You lose again.
You keep losing.
You do not die. You just lose the game.
You just keep losing till you forget.
Yeah.
Or you drink yourself into submission, I guess.
Just drink to forget about the game. The way my friends played it was that you and everyone else around you gets 30 minutes grace period, because otherwise it's a hug of death for everyone involved. Oh, the other rule was that if you lose the game, you have to announce out loud you just
Yes.
I just lost the game.
Yes. And then everyone around you then loses the game, and it
Yeah.
cascades. I do remember that.
Yeah, you have to announce it. So then everyone else also loses.
Who thought of this?
Hmm?
Who thought of and spread this?
A sadist.
Fair. Seems painful.
Seems painful.
I like it. See, that's interesting, is when did the game, like, what age group has killed the game, or did the game die for that they don't know about it?
Right, but that's why the grace period in my friend group included everyone else, so as not to inflict a loss of everyone else. Well, I don't think, cause, like, if you lost the game, then you would have to say, I just lost the game. Then everyone else around you also lost. But I was under the I don't know if it was because of the 30-minute rule, but my understanding is that then everyone else they don't have to say, I lost the game, because it's implied by the fact that you just said it. But they have all lost.
Yeah, I don't remember. See, I was the type where I was playing the game, but I didn't know every single rule of the game. I just knew the game was happening.
It being a thing. It's
just-
like that stupid early internet shit.
Yeah. I just knew the game was happening and therefore was a participant in the game because I knew the vaguest of the rules.
Yeah, and I think that once you learn the rules, you are now part of the game.
Yes.
So, as I said, do we explain it? It's like a curse. But, Pi explained it, so Magic, you've been cursed now.
You are now initiated into the game.
I'm sorry.
And now you can spread it to all your lovely friends and then ruin their lives. And start a
No!
whole...
Birth is a curse. I mean,
Ooh,
true.
man. See, I just thought of that and been like, nah. I'm like, birth is a curse. Technically, my name is a curse placed upon me by my parents.
I don't know, I've long since been informed that my friend group's way of playing was wrong, but I don't particularly care. We also invented bite tag, so we had better things to do than worry about if we were playing the game wrong. What is
Yeah, that's
bite
fair.
tag? Also very bad.
That is very fair. I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters if you play the game correctly or not. It's a dumb internet thing. Tag, but with biting. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't let me participate in that. Fair. Wait, what is hostage situation and contract? What? What are those? Are you murdering people?
I am
Magic?
back and tag, but with biting.
Yes. Yes.
Friends would just play hostage situation and contract. What?
Yeah. Don't
And
bite
yet
me,
consent
Willie.
is not that hard to understand unless you refuse to acknowledge it. But as a concept, consent is a pretty simple concept.
But yeah, no, I'm questioning hostage situation and contract so hard right now.
Oh dear. Yeah, that sounds concerning.
See.
In the meantime, how are we playing this game?
Punch.
More punching?
Punchy.
Okay.
The only way out of this game is through you? Fine. I'll play fire with fire.
Alright, so hostage situation was a game where one person was the murderer and they took someone hostage and hid them. Everyone else were the search team trying to save the hostage. If the murderer found you, they could kill you, make you another hostage, or brainwash you to help them. Wow! Interesting!
So... Capture the Flag meets Halo Zombies?
Player used violence. It's super heartless! Goal is
Wait,
for search team to bring the
sardines?
hostages to the safe location.
What's sardines?
House with werewolf? Is it werewolf though? Because I mean, I'm understanding is like the murderer. I think that the group knows who the murderer is then, and who the hostage is. You're just trying to save them.
Well,
Also,
what's
I don't know what sardines
sardines? I'm learning so much today. I'm also learning I'm super heartless.
Ah! It hurts! So one devastating final attack. I destroy my enemy. Oof. Sardines was hide and seek backwards. One person hides and everyone else tries to find them and hide with them. Interesting.
Hide with them. Okay, so sardines, you're all packing them together, can get messy.
And yet, agony screams up through my armor on the joystick, jolting down my spine. Contract was where everyone wrote down their name, you drew a slip to figure out who your target was, and then you had to kill or capture them before you were killed or captured. Wow!
See, that just reminds me of
Interesting.
the game Murder, where a group, they each have a target, and if you kill your target, then you get their target, and last one that survives. And there were obviously certain rules about safe areas and all of that, but it was just kill or be killed.
I'm like, I can't think of any such fun games because I was the nerd.
See, I
who
never
I would
played
sneak
Murder.
books under my big like coat because I mean I was in like the Chicago area as a kid, so winter was fucking cold. So I'd have a big coat and I would sneak a book out with me and then just sit there reading. Murder in the dark.
What? This Murder in the Dark? Is that just murder played at night?
Player used cruelty. It's super self-destructive.
Mood.
But you need me! That hurt like hell, but I cleared the level. That's all that matters. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. I just murdered my best friend.
Murder ourselves!
No, I want to see what tank is this time.
Queen Bee? Oh, I can't do this. Not by myself.
I'm trying to remember how it determined.
The cleric is out of Gavin Naomi. Tank is who you are most friends with.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You played inside at night with all the lights off, depending on how many people are playing. There are 1 to 3 murders to try to collect them. If you die, you lay down.
Also, Gavin got points earlier, and Naomi got, like, no points out of our bullshit.
Association tried to play it, but only school of ed kids want. Admin insisted we had to call tag and call killing people, schooling them because child appropriateness.
And there's a voting spirit.
Yeah, that sounds like IRL Among Us, or kind of like Mafia.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wait, but you're talking about college. There were no kids.
I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian in defense mode.
Is this a private pity party, or can anybody jump in? You're having a pretty shitty time of it, Bottom. Life kinda sucks, don't it? But you're not alone. You got all of us standing behind you, ready to cheer you on to victory. And you may be a noob, but you sure as hell ain't no fodder. Guardian used pride. It's super supportive.
Has hit rock bottom, but you deserve this.
There's that bullshit of you need to maintain professional appearance at all times. Admin gonna admin indeed.
That doesn't have to be me. No ambition.
Okay. I mean, only the first half of that seems to apply to you.
What is ambition? I don't know what ambition is.
I like that this name has accidentally turned this line into a pun.
Into a pun? Ow. Floritan at bottom? No. I'm done being the bottom rung of the career ladder. I don't need to leave the arcade to be a success. What I need is for the arcade to be a success. Cool.
You need to maintain professional appearance at all times. Cool, so that tenured professor is in a cat onesie. No. You need to maintain professional appearance at all times until you get tenure.
Yeah, and then you can do whatever you want, include bullying students. The arcade could be so much more. It could be skippable.
I eye my health bar, nervously. I made a few false steps and it's dropped a bit. Oh my god, this is because we punched her. This is because we punched Juniper.
Because we punched Juniper.
So mean!
New dialogue.
Plus, I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna in this state. I need to get out of here. Oh yeah, no, none of that. They inflicted that crap on our professors too. It was garbage. Ugh, that's annoying. Or do I want to risk it all and try to save Donna too?
Did we run last time?
I don't think we've run. But I mean, we're gutsy. We want to risk it all the time.
I want it all. I want it all.
This is risky as hell. But nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Hi, Joe! Congrats on the new badge! I was making Tanya jokes earlier.
Wait, is Anna done streaming? 'Cause I figured we'd be watching Anna.
I guess?
But hi! Ah, well, that's also fun.
Sadly, our stronger outline is only on the 1 month, so like the smaller, or like the black heart on the 2 month badge also doesn't show up well.
You've missed childhood games, and two truths and your mom.
Yeah, I still didn't
You still
do the
haven't
two.
said yours.
Huh? Okay.
You
I
still-
think I finally figured out one.
Okay.
Or 3. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Instead of bringing a birthday present to birthday parties, I've been asked to just bring the cake. Like, make a cake and bring the cake. I have placed first in a jazz dance like team competition thing. Or when I was younger, I used to wear these sweaters that were knit so well that the teachers refused to believe that they were not bought or made professionally. But they weren't. And they were like, where's the tag?
Interesting.
You might have you have an advantage at least. So you're not allowed to say anything.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I think I know what the actual...
And for
One
Joe's
is-
sake, the thing is, instead of 2 truths and a lie, it's 2 truths and a truth about your mom.
Yeah. See, I believe the cake one for you, but the others, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the context for Joe, since you missed the earlier explanation of what it is,
Yes.
because apparently Magic's teacher has done this before. Or one of Magic's teachers has done this before.
Okay. I'm curious what Magic thinks and Pi.
Well, Magic has eliminated one, and Pi has not taken any guess yet. Hey,
Oh,
Marissa!
there's Marissa!
Alright, so Joe's guessing jazz, and Magic's guessing sweater.
Pi thinks the sweater too.
Do you actually? Or no, Pi.
Yeah, Pi thinks the sweater too.
I'm like, did Marissa catch it? Does Marissa want to play?
Oh yeah, does Marissa want to take a guess? We can repeat it for Marissa.
Okay, Marissa did not catch it, so I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're playing 2 truths and your mom, or 2 truths and a mom, which is like 2 truths and a lie, but instead of an exact lie, it has to be something that's true about your mom.
So yours was...
Mine was that I placed first in a jazz dance team competition thing. I have been asked to bring the birthday cake instead of a present to birthday parties. And that I used to wear sweaters that were so well made by a family member that teachers like did not believe that they were not just like bought from the store. So one of these is true about my mom and the other 2 are true about me.
So,
And
try
so
to
far
guess
we
which
have
one's true about your
2
your
guesses
mother.
for sweater as my mom and 1 guess for the jazz.
Yes. And feel free to guess, Marissa, which one you think is the mother.
And Sharky, if you'd like to guess, you can message me directly. Since I
No,
think
I'm-
I was vague enough, I don't know that you know the answer. All right, we have 3 for sweater and 1 for jazz.
I'm not gonna take a guess.
The funny thing is, it's the one Magic eliminated. It's the cake one. That's my mom. Yeah, no, I was in.
I knew jazz for a fact.
I've done jazz, I've done tap, I've done ballet, I've done hip hop, I've done a bit of break dancing. I used to do Chinese traditional dance. So, Jazz is actually true about me, but the sort of caveat is that it was a dance competition thing, but my team was the only one that entered the jazz category. So yeah, we got first.
I mean, that's fair. I actually didn't know the sweater one.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever
I had to
mentioned
be
that one.
especially vague about that one because it was actually that my mom used to knit the sweaters for me when I was a little kid. Hell yeah, winning by default. Yeah, I think we like qualified for regional or something because we were the only team that entered for the category. The other categories all had more things. But the sort of thing in the first place was that so there was like the dance team that was more like cheer dance team kind of thing that would like dance at like football games halftime or something. And that's usually the kind of team that enters these competitions. I was actually in the school dance company, which was more like the fine arts side of dance, where we would do like a dance show every year around January. Well, we had a new instructor become the I think our teacher who used to lead dance company had to leave for maternity leave or something, and so the person who took over dance company that year was actually way more onto like the cheer kind of dance side of things, so she wanted us to be in the dance competition. I also didn't really like her. She didn't like me either, so it's all fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we did win first place because, yeah, we were the only ones. You have the advantage on that one because you know that I do dance. Or did.
Yeah, I knew that one. I don't think you've ever actually mentioned the sweater one, so I wasn't sure.
Doesn't like Satan. I know. Who doesn't like Satan?
I wasn't sure, but like, I kind of thought it was a sweater one because I know you have brought the cakes before.
See, I haven't been asked to bring a cake instead of a present.
Yeah, that's the thing where I'm like, I don't know if you have, but I know you brought cakes, so I'm kind of leaning towards
partially
the sweater
because
one.
a lot of the like parties and stuff we've gone to, bringing a present isn't necessarily like the expectation in the first place. It's just kind of show up, let's have a party or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I haven't been outright asked, don't bother with a present, please bring the cake. I've just done it anyway.
See, yours are so much more interesting than mine.
Yeah, well, I also took by far the longest to think of one. That's how you can tell they're the imposter / glitch in the Matrix. If they don't like Satan, something's wrong with them.
Okay, line up with what I'm saying.
The entire Christian religion is the glitch in the Matrix.
It's a glitch in the
/ imposter. Yep. All of Christianity.
I mean, sounds about right for Christianity. I mean, Christian guild complex exists.
Anyway, haters gonna hate.
Dragons.
We did say we wanted our favorite.
What would Chris Chan do?
Chris-chan. If we want to be really anime dorky about it.
That is so good, and also that hurts.
The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me. Amazing. Chris-chan really was the best anime character. Like nothing I'd ever seen before. I find nothing wrong with that statement. Present company of Sharky excluded.
No, look. I will be the first, one of the first to completely beat down Christianity. I don't know the best way to phrase it. I will put down Christianity, and I don't give a crap because The church is terrible.
Hell yeah, stick it to the Pope. As someone who grew up Protestant, does that mean you just inherently stick it to the Pope?
Yes.
Dunk on it?
Yeah. Not the church as an entity is terrible. Most of the Christians who are in the church are not the best at all. So yeah, no, I don't give a crap. I'll probably agree.
It's been a time-honored tradition of Protestants since Martin Luther. Stick it to the Pope!
You get the 99 Theses on the stuck in the door. I gladly did not. So I grew up Lutheran. Thankfully, I didn't have to learn these 99 Theses. Because that would be insane. But I mean, Lutherans are just Catholic light, as I call them.
Pope can eat my bloomers!
Yes. See, I was actually confused because I didn't know anything. Wait, did you? That is amazing. See, I actually didn't, because I never was around Catholics when I was younger, because, I didn't know any Catholics. I remember in college, somebody was like, yeah, this person was the first Catholic. I'm like, what are you talking about? Or the first Pope. I'm like, what are you talking about? They were the first Pope. Why? When? How? How is that decided? Who decided that? The Bible doesn't talk about popes. Where does the Pope come from? You learned the theses. I grew up Catholic and didn't have to. Why would anybody have to learn the 99 Theses? All they say is Catholicism is terrible. Why are you taxing these people? You shouldn't be doing this. Stop it!
Anyway, what are you reading your line?
I offer you revenge. Is it 95? I don't even flipping remember. Martin Luther was crazy.
Interesting.
It was 95.
Church was like, let's talk about some of the complaints, and then we never talked about them again.
Marissa knows more about me than me about Martin Luther. Earlier tonight, a spy from Davis Palace nearly walked out the door with your treasures. The Funplex stopped him cold.
In fact, now that Marissa and Joe are here, I'm curious what their guesses are for your two truths and a mom.
Oh, okay, so...
Where did you get this Pope? What do you do with it? Is it fluffy? Is it a soup or a sandwich?
So, for Marissa and Joe, mine were... I think I said it as fell in a bucket of spackle.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say purple belt in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
And briefly lived in a trailer.
Really curious what Joe and Marissa will guess. Super Sandwich Pope!
Ah, yes. Joe thinks fell in a bucket of spackle. Take a trailer for your mom, Alex. Rip
Rest
in
in
peace,
peace.
Alex Trebek. So Marissa was the only one who got it right. Good job, Marissa.
I'm like, I got it right, but I wasn't allowed to say anything.
You weren't allowed to say anything because you knew the answer.
Well, I knew like an answer and a half, so I had a major advantage. Technically, you didn't know all of mine, but you...
No.
Like, technically, I think you also kind of guessed wrong.
I did, actually.
I'll take pride in being so mysterious that no one got mine right.
Does the paper sandwich have mayo on it, or holy guacamole?
Obviously, it's holy mayo, actually.
But yeah, for Joe, I fell in a bucket of spackle when I was 2 years old. Got stitches from it. I actually didn't know about it until I was a teenager. That I fell in the bucket of spackle and had stitches.
Oh, come to think of it.
My family never informed me of this until I was a teenager.
You just reminded me of another thing when I was a baby.
Yeah, no, I got stitches from falling in the bucket of spackle. I got, I think, 1 or 2 right actually next to my eye.
What did you need to get stitched?
My eye got cut open from falling in the spackle that badly that I needed to get, like, stitches right next to my eye.
Only you, Sharky.
No, 2 years old apparently was my parents say it was the worst year of my life because that was the same year I got chickenpox.
See, I got the chickenpox vaccine. Because vaccines are good.
So yeah, no, I actually, and I didn't know about it, so like, and I never noticed because it's such a small, like, scar, I guess scar, technically.
Ooh, I had
Right.
mono when I was 5. I got mono at some point and I don't know when.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. Sometime in
Interesting.
college. Like, I don't know specifically, like, when I would have gotten it. But
Given
apparently
everything
I
this
got
year.
it. And
Fair.
then at some point I was getting a bunch of tests done for some other illness that I had or something. And then they were like, oh, by the way, you've had mono. And I was like, oh, I have?
Oh.
Sorry, Pi.
And I did jujitsu for, I think I said 5 years? 5 or 6 years? And got to the rank of purple belt before I decided to quit. But yeah, my mother lived in a trailer before I was born. And then gave that trailer to my uncle. And his friend in heavy quotes. Yeah, as far as I know, I've never had mono. I don't think I've been tested.
Grew up in a trailer for most of your childhood. Huh.
Oh, okay. It
That's
was
fine.
25
It's
years
25
ago. It was rough, but it's my life. Yeah,
That's fair.
that is very fair.
Yeah, I never knew any of my grandparents because 3 out of the 4 of them had passed away when I was not even born yet, and the last one passed away when I was in like 3rd grade, but lived in a different country because my parents are immigrants. So like, people are like, oh wow, sorry for your loss, and I'm like, I didn't really lose them considering I didn't really know them.
Yeah, I think I was 2 when I lost my first grandfather.
I believe
And-
one of my grandparents died when my mom was pregnant with me. Something like that.
Yeah, I think I saw one picture of my the only time I've ever seen a picture of that grandfather was, I think, one where he was like holding me when I was like 1 or something like that. Only picture I've ever seen of that grandfather.
I think I've only seen a picture of my paternal grandmother, who was the one who was still alive after I was born. And I don't think I've ever seen pictures of any of the others.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
sorry.
also... Oh. Sorry for your loss, Magic.
I know my other grandfather died when I was in 4th grade, and all I remember was they didn't want to bring me home because we lived in the same home as my grandfather. They didn't want me to bring me home, so I was always dropped off at an aunt's house, and so they had to phone my aunt basically be like, you explain to him his grandfather just died.
My mom also lied to me as a kid about how the last one died, which is like somewhat understandable, but also somewhat like I didn't find out she had lied to me until way later when I was asking for like family medical history details for like when I went to go to a new doctor because I had just moved. And I was like, you know, actually, I should probably know something about this so I can tell the doctors about it. And then she revealed the actual way that grandparent died. I went, what? What, you lied? Yeah, I do know that I'm named after one of my grandparents in Chinese, and then my English name is just ripped off of that Chinese name.
Oof to Marissa. Oof.
Oof to a lot of
It was actually rougher when my grandpa, which was the only one I knew, died last year, because I was across the country for a reason. Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't even think I was brought. I wasn't actually brought to the funeral. I don't know where my grandfather was buried.
Yeah,
I was not at the funeral.
Chat. Yeah, I believe one of the reasons I was named after my maternal grandma is because I think she was the one who died either right before or like during my mom's pregnancy with me. And so I think it was that like my mom couldn't go back for the funeral. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm named after a woman I have never met or heard any stories about. The most I've heard about in terms of stories of that grandma, I think, is that, because my mom grew up somewhat poor and she had three siblings, I think. And so they would get egg tarts from like the bakery or whatever, and they would eat all of the egg custard and bring home the shells and go, "Here you go, Mom!" And that's all I know about the woman I'm apparently named after.
As of right now, I have both my grandmothers. But one is 93, and the other one I think is 90. So
my dad named me
yeah,
after porn poetry without knowing it was porn poetry because he's a dumb jock and I'm still salty to him. That's awkward.
My one grandma died on my mom's birthday within like 15 minutes of the actual time she had been born.
Oof.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
See, I think I've mentioned this to you. I was actually supposed to be named after both my grandparents, or both my grandfathers. But then the people around my mother were like, you can't name him that because he will be bullied by his siblings if you name him that. You need to think of a new name quickly. So my mother picked out a middle name in the worst way imaginable, I feel like.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then went into her work and just say, okay, let's take a poll. What's the most popular name with this letter? Boom. That's how I got my name.
I was supposed to be the next in a long line of Elizabeths, but nope. The meatloaf and the bassinet made Jock McDingus think of 12th grade English.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because when combined with my last name, it is the name of a fish. That is kind of amazing. You would have been a fish.
I'm so curious, but I don't want to ask you to say what it is, because I don't want you, like, revealing your name if you don't want to. But I am so curious.
Magic's fish.
But also, why would they do that? That's a bit fishy.
Oh, Marissa, yes.
Then you would have been Magic Fish instead of Magic Fox.
I'm actually curious where the Magic Fox name came from, too. I forget if Magic's mentioned it. Oh, interesting.
Huh.
See, my family has the stupid rule that, like, all the boys have to have the same first letter for their name.
Same set of initials, I think
same
is the
initials.
thing you're trying to say.
I actually... No. So I've mentioned before, my oldest brother has 6 kids. All the boys have the same initials. It gets disgusting quickly. I was called you a lot as a child.
I do actually have a reason for Magic Fox. Ooh! Tell us! While Sharky needs to eventually read his line.
I already read that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll read this one.
first Pop Tropica, which gave your character name upon an adjective noun.
Ah.
What's Pop Tropica?
I don't know. I remember Neopets. Well, Marissa knows.
Wait, how young is Marissa? Is Marissa the same age as Magic?
I don't know.
Is Marissa also baby?
Do we have to also adopt Marissa?
Hmm.
Family I used to nanny for was expecting a second child when I started taking care of their kiddo, and big brother wanted to name baby brother Bulldozer, which turned out to be an apt name for baby brother, who was very good at smashing stuff.
I think you've earned a measure of revenge against your enemy, and the enemy of your enemy is your friend, yes. The Funplex is no ally of Jacob's Palace.
Marissa is also in college. Marissa's also baby.
I am in college, so is Magic.
Oh man. We have 2 babies! In different themed islands like mythology, time travel, spy, etc.
This is me.
Wow! More babies!
Oh, we have a second child. We all collectively have a second child.
Yep, welcome to our family. You have several extra parents now.
So many extra parents.
Many extra parents.
Dad replacements. Oh, a sibling!
Woo!
No, you only get one extra father.
We'll nag you to hydrate and eat food and other junk like that.
Marissa is also baby.
Marissa's also in college. We have 2 babies now.
I mean, technically, I'm going to be starting college back up eventually, but I wouldn't be baby.
That doesn't change your age. Also, you've already been initially scarred by college, so...
Oh, that was the
You know,
worst.
for all intents and purposes. Oh boy, I didn't want 2 children.
No,
It's okay, I only adopt college age and up children.
See, that college was the worst 6 years of my life.
I only adopt babies once they're already full-fledged legal adults.
And yeah, I can't be baby. I'm technically the father here. I can't also be baby.
Okay, but we also nag you to hydrate and eat food.
Yeah,
College
children.
students don't need blankies. For maximum cozy.
that is fair. I love all my children equally, especially internet children. That's all acting like baby?
Oof, filling out this form is going to be rough with all the parent incomes I'll have to report. It's okay. You're not actually receiving support from most of us. We're not correctly paying our child support. Sorry.
Yeah. See, that was the annoying thing with FAFSA. It assumes the parents will actually help. My parents were just like, what are you talking about? You're paying for college yourself.
Yeah, you're not our dependent, so it's fine. I have 2 moms, a father, and many deadbeat parents. Yep.
Yeah. Many deadbeat parents I met on the internet. We may be a
Look, I'm
smaller
only
kid.
a mom to internet stream viewers and to my cats.
I'm sorry, I'm trying here to take this blankie. The only thing I can give you is bad jokes. And no songs. I can't sing you to sleep.
You have to sing.
What do I have to sing?
Because Magic asked for Sharky Sings. It wasn't even for Twitch Sings, it was for Sharky Sings specifically.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Because it's fun.
Y'all are crazy if you think I should sing.
Will you at least read me a bedtime story, Sharky?
It depends.
I mean, I'm the one planning on doing Edgar Allan Poe readings during Extra Life, so I think I'm the one reading bedtime stories, but they may give you nightmares.
Oh yeah, we should probably say what we're gonna be doing for Extra Life.
We can recap that after we get through this someday.
We may be a small arcade. Perfectionist. But I see potential for growth. Become stronger, better, and eventually to conquer Konami. You can help us get there. So how about it? You and I, together, building something that will grow into a mighty arcade to be reckoned with.
This displeases Hamza.
Indeed, Hamza dislikes the greedy, short-sighted fool known as Dekonami. Very well. Allies in war we shall be. The game is yours, bottom top bottom.
I'm iffy on this. Going to war?
I'm sure that's just tough talk. The idea of unseating the nation's #1 arcade franchise is a bit silly, but it got us a free game, so it's a win?
Wait, does that mean that we just coincidentally live in the same town with our itty-bitty arcade as Dekonami's, like, home?
Yes.
Yeah, because, like, technically his daughter lives in this town as well.
Yes.
And everything, so... Wow.
Yes.
Surprised we actually live in New York City.
You...
I did it. I actually own a copy of Wyvern Keep.
And the skip button. You're on Queen Pea's good side. Beats being on her bad side. Looks like your personality's full of guts. Strong guts. Also, you scored 6,700 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% off for delivery, 91% off for takeout, and 0% off for dine-in services during the pandemic.
Well, I mean, various cities have been reopening indoor dining to various degrees.
And Percy and Ashley are there too.
It's a small world after all.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small death. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? We did it. It only took 2.5 hours.
I mean, it took a lot less than that. We just sat here talking about other things for a long time. Speaking of which, you want to talk about other things now?
Yes.
Like Extra Life things?
So Extra Life. We're not doing a stream on Friday because Extra Life.
Because we're doing Extra Life on Saturday, Sunday.
One time I went to Disney World with my family and I got a Charlie horse, oof, and had to be in a wheelchair, oof, and all the other kids and families passing by were second. Oh. See, the only time I went to Disney was, it was before I started kindergarten. My family was like, he's a child, he has to go to Disney because that's what children do. And I straight up apparently said to my parents, can I just stay at the hotel and watch TV? I don't want to go there. I'm not going to ride anything. Science Museum time.
Good.
So yeah,
Hi, Malik!
hey! So yes, we're doing Extra Life on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be doing 12 hours of streaming each day.
Starting
Each of
11
us,
Pacific. To 11
Yes.
Pacific.
each of us are going to be handling 6 hours. I'm going to be the first half, obviously. Sane's going to be the second half. I'm going to be boring and I'm just going to be playing one game for each day of Kingdom
For
Hearts
both
Melody of
days,
Memory.
actually.
Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Feel free to show up and donate and ruin my life.
I mean, we're also hanging out for a bit on each other's times. It's just who's hosting.
But feel free to donate and ruin my life.
Please show up early for Sharky's so that he's not alone, because I won't be on yet, because I'll still be sleeping.
All by myself. I'm gonna be all
Pretending
by...
the audience is beside you.
Anyway.
All alone. You
And for
play your
you-
game in the morning.
And for you...
Joe's the only one who got that reference. Well, no, maybe some others. got the reference, but I know Joe will have gotten the reference. Yeah! Thanks, Joe.
Anyway, as for you...
As for me, I have many random assortment of things. Let me just read my whole schedule.
Have a good night, Marissa. We're gonna be ending soon.
Have a good night. Come join us during Extra Life.
Yeah.
Yes, my schedule's all over the place on what our plans are. So my plan is that on Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific when I take over from Sharky until 7:30, we have Twitch Sings, which means all of you need to do the donate incentive for making Sharky sing all of the Christmas songs if you want that Christmas album. This is your chance. This is your chance to get the Sharky Christmas album by just continually putting in donations requesting Sharky to sing Christmas songs. You are also able to ask me to sing things, but like asking Sharky to sing all of the Christmas songs.
You're stacking this in one direction when you really shouldn't be.
I mean,
Anyway.
They're welcome to ask me to sing things as well. I don't mind. I'm just saying, I know what everyone here wants, and I know that it's a Sharky Christmas album. And if you want a Sharky Christmas album, I'm just saying, this is your chance, everyone. Then I'm doing an hour of Jackbox games, and then from 8:30 p.m. Pacific to the rest of that evening, at 11 p.m. Pacific, I will be playing Final Fantasy 15. I think. And then on the Sunday, we're moving our usual arcade spirits to also. See, I told you. Like Pi says, if they ask me to sing, they don't even have to pay. I would just do it. But you're the one who is resistant to it, which is why we gotta stack it by donating to kids. But yes, on the Sunday, instead of starting at our usual 2:30 Pacific time, we will be doing our normal Sunday arcade spirits at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for about 2.5 hours. And then I will be doing an art stream thingy again from 7:30 Pacific to 10, in which I color/recolor things. That is also a donation incentive thing where I will be doing the art coloring recoloring requests, which you can pay via either channel points or donation, although I encourage you to use the donation one for the kiddies. And then I am going to be spending the very last hour of our Extra Life 24 hours on Spooping Hour, in which I do dramatic readings of Edgar Allan Poe. That's a lot longer than just saying, I'm going to be playing 12 hours of Melody of Memory. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm the boring one here. You guys are just going to be watching the same thing.
You get to make his life hell, though, if you want to donate.
Yeah. No, like, if I get...
Should I also read off all of the donation incentives?
Well, so, if I'm playing on the Switch version, which I should be if Amazon likes me, you'll be able to change my difficulty, or the style, which I'll is a weird thing for the game, so I'll be able to explain it a little bit better.
Caveat time, game. Are they allowed to request both in one pay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say whichever, you can mix and match it however you want. You can make me play with an upside down controller, or if you want to be crazy and pay a lot of money, you can force me to do co-op by myself if I'm on the Switch version. If I am forced to make the PS4 version work, if I have to get the PS4 version somehow, we might have to take the co-op off because I don't have a second controller. So, but if everything's going on the Switch version, you can make my life terrible.
I mean, during Arcade Spirits, we have an incentive that if you pay if you donate $15, you can make us swap our voices for 15 minutes.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
That's gonna be interesting. We also have a ton of game giveaways because I have a ton of extra copies of games. So, at every $25 mark, we are giving away a game. Should I read off the whole thing of all of the games we're giving away?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
I think they want to know, though. People should know what we're giving away. At least I'll read off the top one, which is that if we hit our goal...
Which isn't that high in comparison to most people's, but high for
our goal
us,
is 250. Because I don't necessarily expect people here to be that generous on it, especially because a lot of you, I think, already gave during last weekend's Extra Life stuff. But if we hit 250, we are giving away a copy of Stardew Valley, which Sharky and I both own. So, at that point, we can switch around the schedule and play co-op together. Assuming it's not like Sunday past the time when Sharky's awake.
Yeah, no, because after Arcade Spirits, I'm booking it. No offense.
Yes.
Because at that point, I would have been streaming for 8.5 hours, not hosting, but like being part of the stream for 8.5 hours, and I will need to rest after that. Since I think that will be like 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, you'll need to go to bed for work anyway. But assuming that it's not during that, we will switch the schedule and give away a copy of Stardew Valley, and whoever wins it can play co-op with us, if you'd like. We also, I'm just gonna go ahead and read off all the other ones. I feel like people should know all of the other fun games we're giving away, or the ones that are gonna make you cry. To the Moon is the first giveaway, and that one made me cry. We have 2 copies of Monster Loves You to give away. We have a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. We have a copy of FTL, Broken Age, 2064 read-only memories. We have a copy of This War of Mine. We have 2 copies of the Stanley Parable in case anyone doesn't own it yet. And we have a copy of BioShock Remastered. So those are all of the games that we are currently planning to give away, although technically I suppose if we hit the 250 goal, I could just keep giving away all my extra copies of games from all the Humble Bundles. But I think we chose these as the best games to give away, so after Stardew Valley, I think the quality of games being given away might decline. But I mean, try to help us hit 250 so someone can play Stardew Valley with us.
Look, if we hit 250 anywhere before close to the end, I will be shocked.
Yeah. That would be pretty surprising. But if we do, if anyone really desperately wants to play Stardew Valley with us. Also, like, in addition to whoever wins that copy, if someone else owns Stardew Valley and just wants to hop in as well, we can totally do it. Monster Loves You is so cute, right, Pi? It's so cute. I love that game. And I have 2 extra copies, so I'm giving them both away.
Did I play that?
Did I force that one on you too?
Don't think so.
What a shame. Well, we're gonna have to enter you into the giveaway.
No, I own it.
You do?
Yeah, I think I got it in a bundle. And
you either got it in a bundle or I had other copy that I gave you.
No, it was I know for a fact it was a bundle.
Okay. Anyway.
And I've played 36 minutes. I've done exactly one route, and I have 1 achievement, and I don't know how I got this achievement.
Anyway, now that I've read off literally like all of the pertinent information on the page, I'm going to put the Extra Life page link into the chat so anyone can check for later. So here you all go.
Yeah, so feel free definitely come by. I know you guys have very busy weekends. But
And even if you can't afford to donate, come hang out. Come hang out.
that's the ending that I got, was the monster human ending, it looks like.
It is so precious. I do not remember if I got other endings. What did I do? What have I unlocked? I have unlocked Dissolve into Kindness. You sacrificed willingly right up to the end of your life. Your kindness is paid forward to the next generation of monsters born from the spawning vat.
Yeah, I got Peace Combined Prosperity. That's the only one.
Yeah, I've apparently gotten 4 different ones.
That's one that I need to sit down and play more of. But I just never have.
I have played 3.4 hours of it total, which is not enough for me to have all the endings or whatever. But like, for being such a quick game, that's actually pretty
Yeah.
long.
Because I only did, I did half an hour, and that was like a first run through where I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, we realize that we're kind of conflicting Desert Bus, but please come hang out anyway. And we understand if you have to drop off for Desert Bus.
Here's why I
or
haven't played
something.
Monster Love You. 57 hours
Yeah, a
of
weekend
Hades.
full of charity. In fact, charity all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, technically we're not a charity stream, but also technically I have pledged to donate all of the money from this stream to charity. Does that make us a charity stream? Like, not exactly, but kind of. That wasn't really our point, but now that we hit affiliate, that is what we're doing, I guess.
Now that we've hit affiliate, I'm scared.
Scared of? Okay, Pi will be dual wielding keyblades. I mean streams. I mean
Ah,
keyblades.
yes. Oathkeeper and Oblivion.
Which one are we? We're Oblivion.
We're Oblivion. Desert Bus is obviously Oathkeeper. Like, that's not even up for
We're
debate.
definitely Oblivion.
Yeah, that's not even up for debate.
That's okay. I don't want to be Oblivion anyway.
Yee.
But yeah,
Man,
come
I
on
really need like more figures from Kingdom Hearts. I think they released one of Roxas dual wielding, and I'm like, that would be so cool.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Like, yeah, no, it's obvious. Like, there's nothing.
For that matter, if we were just this stream, I'd still be Oblivion and you'd be Oathkeeper.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it probably doesn't help that I have a flippin' Oathkeeper necklace on.
So what you're saying is I need an Oblivion one. That also tracks. I have...
Oblivion's on my keychains.
I'm like, well, I have a keychain of that Axel keyblade, I guess. But I mean, I don't
Does that have
use
a
it.
name? Does that have an official name yet?
Huh? I
forget.
don't know.
I forget if that. Yes, it does. Flame Liberator.
Bond of Flame. Those are different names.
No,
Which one is
Bond of Flame was the one that you get in Kingdom Hearts 2. That's a different one than Axel's Keyblade. They look kind of similar, but Axel's has the his weapon as the hilt, and then a
chakram
flame, and then the flame as the blade. Well, Bond of Flame actually are his weapon as like the end of the blade and the hilt, and then just a weird connecting thing. Sorry, I'm too much of a flippin' geek about this.
That's okay. I don't remember it, so I appreciate the long description. But yeah, I have that one, but I think... Didn't I buy you one of those too?
You bought me Oathkeeper. No, you
Oh.
bought me Oblivion, sorry.
That's useful information for reasons.
I mean, technically in 3, he can form change Flame Liberator into his, I know that, is it pronounced chakrams?
called chakrams. Let me
I know
Google.
that's what they called. I don't know the pronunciation of it properly.
Well,
He
I
can
mean, I'm
make-
going off of the word chakra.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so, I mean, this is why I'm apparently the Kingdom Hearts wiki.
thank you. You still owe me daily KH fact.
Wasn't that just a daily gauge fact?
It was. Which means on Saturday and Sunday you're gonna have to give me more of them.
I think the entire game is a daily KH fact at that point because it's literally coming out. Like, it just came out.
Okay, well I'm gonna be joining late both days, so we'll say that your daily KH fact for those days is that you have to catch me up on whatever I've missed.
Apparently I've heard, they've talked about this. There's not a lot that's gonna happen. So, like, I don't think you're gonna be missing anything.
Whatever, you're gonna have to catch me up anyway.
Other
Mainly
than, like,
because I do plan to buy that game eventually. I am not planning on getting it right away.
do you remember Remind? The end of Remind?
Yes?
Don't say what happened because there's
I'm not gonna
some,
say. But
there's some
I
people
mean,
who haven't
I
played.
think so. I believe so.
Okay.
I believe I remember. It took me a sec because I was trying to go through what's it? I was trying to remember which one is Remind because there's all the final chapter like remix stuff. And then there's what's the name of the data one again?
Recoded?
Yes. My brain
Yeah,
went to
which
that
is-
one instead.
Which was originally a phone game.
Yes. So I went data? No, that's a different one. That's not Remind. So I had to like process which one. God damn Kingdom Hearts and their fucking names.
What? What's
Final
wrong with
chapter
it?
prologue.
What's wrong with the name 358 Days Over 2? What is wrong with that name?
I
What
have,
is wrong?
I feel like, almost more of a problem with 0.2.
Oh no, it's not 0.2. It's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a fragmentary passage.
I know.
Which is part of the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue collection.
Because it's 0.2 and 2.6. Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
That's not how numbering works.
well, 2.6 plus 0.2 equals 2.8.
Guys, that's not how numbering works.
Anyway, East Coast should probably head to bed. Thank y'all for joining.
Yes. Thanks
We'll
for
be back
joining.
on
Join us again for our
Saturday.
Extra Life 24 hours across the weekend. And have a good next couple days in the meantime. Bye everyone.